Hi everyone. Okay, so I think I spoke about yoga a few years ago, and at that time I have to say that I was starting out in the practice. Yoga, I mean, I'm beyond words. Um, Yoga has benefited me on a level that I can't explain. I never thought I would ever be a person who was um, able to do yoga. One, because as PCOS sufferers, we're uncomfortable with our weight, we don't think we can do the stretches and so forth. Let me say that, hitting 245 pounds, walking into a studio, you're able to do it. There are some challenges and there's some aches and pains, but it gave me the centered balance that I needed to be able to go on and continue on this, journey of just self-acceptance and awareness. And that's what I want to speak about is one, that I do promote any type of activity that will give you some centering. Um, PCOS is a complicated syndrome, and I really believe it stems from severe stress. Stressors in your personal life, stressors environmentally, stressors in how you deal with how you respond with stress and so forth. So I highly advocate that you take the time to first of all accept that, okay, I have PCOS in this condition. A lot of times it's surprising, you ignore it, you act like you don't have it, etc., etc. Accepting the condition, and most importantly, just accepting that your new situation is something that you need to start loving, because who else is going to love it except you, right? So, a quick story about myself is when PCOS hit me at 28. If you recall, if anyone of you watch, I don't know who was watching what, my 40th birthday video. It was a life-changing moment where I had a lot of pits and falls. I was hitting the scales at 245 and really didn't care. Aches and pains, uncomfortable, didn't understand what PCOS was, and to be honest with you, didn't think it was fair, and I didn't care. So after, realizing that at the end of the day, you're stuck in the body, you're the one that has to deal with the responses, and you're the one that has to go through life walking with those legs and walking with those emotions and thoughts and just overall realities. You have to start with yourself. And it sounds cliche, but it's true. So for me, yoga was introduced to me through other people, just by like hearsay. I wasn't really looking for it, but it has assisted me a lot. For me personally, going to a regular temperature yoga class was not really cutting it, because I'm a very stiff person to begin with, and I'm not really that flexible. I never am, because when I get stressed, I get tight around my neck and all over my body. So what worked for me was hot yoga, and like vinyasa hot yoga. And when you're explore, and if you're not familiar with yoga, it's not a big deal. It's an exploration process. It's trial and error, and perhaps you don't like it. I don't know, but I'm just saying that if you're able to explore both regular temperature yoga and hot yoga and see what works for you, going in once a week is quite life altering. So what helped for me was the piece on calmness. I'm sure most of you understand, is the energy levels are very depleted, every day is sporadic, the fatigue, the mood swings, etc., etc., that can impact you, especially if you're not supplementing properly, and or life. Life is complicated and a big mess anyways. So I find that it really assisted in soothing me on a different level. And I thought I should share that with you again, because while yoga seems to be this fad, if you really try to understand it as much as you can at your learning pace, and that's the important piece here. I used to be intimidated by the whole idea of yoga, because I felt like I couldn't be like those people that you see all splattered all over the internet. You know, first of all, perfect bodies, perfect postures, comfortable in this whole world arena of the yoga world, and it was intimidating. But I have to be honest with you, one of the nicest groups I've come across are the people who attend yoga. No judgments. You walk in and you do, and you go at your own pace, meaning whatever your body is allowing you to, stretch towards and do. It's your own pace, and it allows that time for you to also zone out from the things that you're dealing with. So speaking about that, zoning out part, I would recommend that, especially for you ladies who are parents, relationships, family, all the stuff that's you're just spiraling, is that you have a safe place in your home, even a tiny corner, and it's so easy. Even you can have a little tiny corner with like incense or a candle, and or like beads for meditation, whatever you like, essentially, whatever works for you, kind of like your zone out spot, so that if you can't go and do certain things, or you're not interested in doing certain things, but you need a time out, do that. Because again, at the cellular level, on an internal level, PCOS has a lot to do with stress and how we translate things and digest things into our body. And I'm sure they will be making more links to it, and mind you, a lot of literature does speak about that. But I would highly recommend to really focus on calming and just centering as much as possible through the day, and in your life, to deal with the challenges that do come with this. It's one of the hardest things, and I do know and I do understand. It affects every vein, every piece of your life, in terms of relationships, to just overall your self-awareness of who you are. But I can say that I am comfortable with who I am now, and not just because of yoga, but through the journey. I mean, it's been a long journey. It's been almost like 13 years with PCOS, and I've learned a lot. I hope you're learning a lot, and in some cases, indirectly, it's making you take care of yourself. And perhaps, I'm going to get a little bit philosophical here. The universe is wanting that lesson for you, is to take care of yourself and love yourself, because you have to be gentle with this condition. So again, remember, be gentle to yourself and to others with this condition. So that piece, I just wanted to send forward and kind of say that. I mean, you can see the yoga mats behind me. I have 4, because you never know when you need it. And also, I was going to say that you can take the yoga mats to work and kind of do a stretch there, a downward dog or something. Or even sleep, take a nap on it. But main thing is zone in, detach, center, and move forward, and that will make the process much easier for yourself. And most importantly, I just hope you find the self-awareness through yoga or through any other practice. You could be walking even, it doesn't matter what it is, the self-awareness for the internal you, because I know what it's like when you're like spinning. I've been there. I have really been there, and it's so tough. So to my sisters out there, tons of love, positive energy, and I really recommend that you explore what centers you, and share what centers you. And for me, it was hot yoga, not even like regular yoga, but hot yoga. So that's about it. I think I wasted enough of your time. Peace and love, and I will see what else comes my way in terms of information. And I'll, again, share in return. I love hearing from you guys. All right, take care. Bye.